Melissa Strange, and welcome to another episode of Christmas Movie Marathon Month. Today we're going to be talking about the 1992, that's the year that I was born, movie Home Alone 2 Lost in New York City. Yesterday I reviewed Home Alone and I gave it a really high rating. Now let's see if the sequel ranks as high. There's also a Home Alone 3 and a Home Alone 4, but I have refused to watch either of those movies as it is not the original cast as Home Alone 1 and 2. It looks like not much has changed in the McAllister household since last Christmas, because of this Christmas they are going to Florida. Not as expensive and luxurious as a vacation as the last movie when they went to Paris, but still a vacation nonetheless. The night before the trip begins, the McAllister siblings are all part of a Christmas choir, and during Kevin's solo, his older brother Buzz humiliates him, and then in retaliation Kevin pushes Buzz, causing the entire choir to fall over. The piano player falls off the stage. It is just absolute chaos, and Kate McAllister, once again, is not having it. She wants her boys to apologize. Now, Buzz apologizes, but he's not quite so sincere with Kevin as he is with the rest of the family. So when Kevin refuses to apologize, he gets sent once again up to the attic. And now, in true McAllister fashion, they sleep in the next morning and miss their alarm again, and they are woken up again by the people driving the airport taxis, waking them up to be like, yo, let's get to the airport, let's get you on the road. And so the McAllisters all rush around the house like crazy once again to get ready. Right when they're about to leave, they double check that Kevin is in the vehicle and on the way to the airport with them. He gets to the airport, everything's cool, everything's happening, they're rushing to their gate, when Kevin kind of somehow slips up, catches someone's eyes that looks like his dad, and he follows him yelling, "Dad, wait up, wait up!" Kevin doesn't realize is that he's not following his dad onto a plane, he is following someone who has the same jacket as his dad onto a plane. So the McAllister family is on their way to Florida, and poor little Kevin, 10-year-old Kevin, is on his way to New York. But it's not until the McAllisters are collecting their baggage that they realize that Kevin didn't make it to Florida with them. And in a panic, Kevin's mom is trying to get a hold of him, find him, whatever. When Kevin realizes that he's in New York City and realizes he's done it again and he's screwed this up, he's not with his family on Christmas, he decides, well, let's do the touristy thing, and he goes around New York exploring, doing his thing. He has his dad's like credit card and wallet because he had his dad's bag, so he goes to this fancy hotel in which Donald Trump makes an appearance in. Whew. That alone makes this movie not as good as the first. Donald Trump appearance? Ugh. So Kevin, living in the luxury life that this hotel has provided for him, gets in a limo with an entire cheese pizza and some cans of Coke to himself and heads over to a toy store. And leaving the toy store, he bumps into the Wet Bandits again. The same burglars that he had arrested in the previous movie are back out. They have escaped prison and are planning this big Christmas Eve heist of a toy store because there's supposed to be so much money in the toy store because everyone's buying gifts and nobody's gonna go to the bank and deliver the money from the toy store on Christmas Eve. They have it all worked out. They're gonna hide out inside the toy store and rob it. But then they see Kevin, and now their plan is still to rob the toy store, but it's also to basically kill Kevin. So Kevin has to escape the bandits once again. Alone in the Big Apple, his family is trying to get to him. It is a whole thing, just like last time, where Kevin must set booby traps. Luckily, he had an uncle who had a house there who was it's being renovated, so nobody's living in it, so he uses that house and those tools to set tons of booby traps to catch the Wet Bandits from catching him, basically. The Home Alone movies always have great one-liners, and some of my favorites have to be when the waiter asks Kevin how many scoops of ice cream he wants in his sundae, and he says, 2, make it 3, I'm not driving. Another one of my favorite lines, would it bother anybody if I worked on my cannonballs? No? Thanks. So on a scale from Dasher to Rudolph, I'm gonna actually rate this movie a Comet. Now, that is kind of somewhere in the middle, you know? That's not as great as a Blitzen or a Rudolph, but it's not as bad as a Dasher or a Dancer. The reason why I'm rating it somewhere in the middle is actually for a few reasons. The first is I hate birds, and one of the big little scenes in the movie had so many birds all the time, so many birds. I know it's New York, but I cannot stand birds. I'm terrified of them, they gross me out, I just can't deal with them. There was way too many birds in this movie, so it literally lost points just on birds. So if birds don't bother you, then maybe it would rate higher for you. The second is that a lot of these booby traps would literally kill these burglars, and they go through everything. The amount of brutal booby traps that happen in this one would actually have killed them multiple times. For that part, I can never just get past that part when I'm watching it. I can't just be like lost in the movie. I just constantly think like they would be dead. Ow, 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 ow. The movie slightly loses some points there as like it's a little too vicious, but like we get it. Just really vicious, guys. And it's really, 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 really similar to the first movie, which is why you can't give it a higher rating than Home Alone. But this movie is still amazing and a definite must watch. For some reason, I don't know that I would recommend watching them back to back, unless you really want to watch how many similarities happen. Maybe like watch something else or give it a few days break in between, because they are super similar, and that might cause you to rate the second one lower than it should be. Like me right now, maybe. Let me know in the comments down below what movies you think I should watch for the Christmas movie marathon month, and I will totally maybe try and do them for you. Don't forget to hit the like button for Home Alone and for Christmas. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, because between now and Christmas, every weekday I will be posting a Christmas review. Thanks for watching once again. My name's Melissa Strange, and until next time, stay strange and Merry Christmas. This is my review of Home Alone 1, and you should click it if you just watched this one to see my thoughts on the first one. And this video here is really good too, so you should just click on it and watch it. And come back tomorrow. Bye!